Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Choreo here and welcome back to ChrisFit. So in this video, we're going to be learning how to do a split. The side splits, you can go on the right side, you can go on the left side. So I'm going to be giving you just a few exercises. There are 5 exercises that you can do. There are stretches and range of motion exercises. And if you continue to do these over a period of time, you will be able to do a split. All right, so first things first, we're going to get on our backs. And the one thing that you may need for this video is something like a loop, not the lightest one, but like the heaviest one, so that it doesn't have too much give. And if you don't have one of these, you can use a towel or a scarf. What literally you're gonna do with it is just wrap it around the foot and hold the leg up. So anything that you can have that you can use your both hands to anchor it down to get that stretch in the back of the leg. So the first exercise is a range of motion exercise, and we're lying down on our backs. And ensure that you are comfortable. Move the juiciness, make sure it's nice and comfortable there. Hands are down. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take one leg and just rotate it around. Now, very important while you're doing this exercise, make sure the hip bones are both facing to the ceiling. So meaning you don't want to be rolling and then the leg comes over like that. You will never get a stretch that way. All right, so here, bring the legs around, and we're doing 10 outward and 10 inwards. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reversing now, so going out that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Opposite side, going outwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reversing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so right here now, what you just want to do, put the soles of the feet together in diamond straight position and just rest the legs right here. Up next, we're going to be doing timed hamstring stretches. We'll be doing 2 sets on each side. One set will be a modified version. The second set will be an advanced version. If, of course, you feel that you can go straight to the advanced version, then do your damn thing, all right? So 30 seconds. Let me just set my timer here so that we're absolutely accurate. So 30 seconds, and let me show you what it's gonna be. So one leg is going to be nice and relaxed. The other one, this is a modified hamstring stretch. You're gonna pull it in. Feet, ankles are nice and relaxed, okay? And of course, you're trying to maintain this leg in contact with the floor as much as possible, like that, all right? So if you have a little bit of a leg lifting off the floor, that's fine. Just really focus on pulling this leg in. It could indicate that you have tight hip flexors, which we're gonna get to in a bit. So here we go. 30 seconds on, 3, 2, and 1. All right, opposite side, 30 seconds. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. now we're going to be moving into the advanced hamstring stretch. And for this is where you'll use your loop, or if you have a scarf, or if you have a towel, whatever you feel comfortable, grabbing your leg like this, really just anchoring it and curl the toes down towards you. All right. So there's also something that is called a stretch out band. You could actually get those. I'll link it below in the caption. And you just pull a leg in like that. All right. This leg, if you have lower back pain, you can actually bend this leg to take pressure off of the back. If you are pretty flexible, you can leave that leg straight as you stretch this leg. All right. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's get it.
Turn it up. Static.
All right, opposite leg, switcheroo, in 3, 2, and 1, here we go. All right, moving on. We have what's known as a piriformis stretch, which is a deep muscle within the glute. Sometimes when that muscle is pretty tight, it can give you lower back pain and it can prevent you from doing a really good split. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see the setup. So you're gonna have the legs like this. You're gonna cross one leg in front and you're gonna loop the hands through here and grab under your leg. Some persons like to grab on the knee like that. Either way, all you're doing is pulling your leg in towards you. Now, if this position is difficult, you can put this leg in contact with a wall, right? And so if you're here, you're just gonna go by a wall and just brace on the wall like that. And then the closer you bring your butt to the wall is the more you feel the stretch in the leg that's crossed. All right, so I'm just gonna do it for this video right here in center. So here we go. 30 seconds on the clock again. And 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it. Good, and switching sides. In 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Good job. So now we're going to go into a hip flexor stretch. Now, if you sit all day, hip flexors tighten up, that can cause low back pain as well. So this is actually a pretty good one. It's also one of the muscles that feel most of the work when you're doing a split, right? And it also follows function. So the leg is gonna be out like that. For some persons, maybe getting the knee in contact with the floor like this may be too much. So you wanna ensure that you have nice cushioning. Now this mat that I have, if I lift it up, you see it has like about an inch. That's not a camera trick. It has about an inch of thickness. So my knees, which are actually pretty sensitive, are nice and cushioned. Plus, sometimes what I'll do, I'll roll the sock up, just like that. So you can use a yoga mat, you can use some cushions, you can also use those knee bands that have the extra cushioning at the front, especially for the knee that's in contact with the floor. So the position is here. You can have the toes curled under, or they can be pointed just like that. If this is too intense for you, you can start up like this. You can put both hands on the floor. Whatever you choose, ensure that you're feeling a nice stretch in this muscle right here, and you will also get some groin muscle action in that. So we're gonna hold this one for 30 seconds as well. And if at the end of any of these stretches you feel like you're still stiff and you wanna do it again, pause the video and you can do your thing. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it. All right, opposite side. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it.
Static.
Good job. All right, so now we're going to actually get into the stance for a split. It's very much similar to what I just did here, in that one leg will of course be forward and one leg is back. One of the key things that you want to note when you're doing a split, a side split, which is what we're focusing on today, is that you want to ensure the hips are squared to whatever direction you're splitting to. So, meaning that your two hip bones, if you feel right here, some of us may have to dig a little bit deeper because you got a lot more juiciness at the front here, that's fine, right? But make sure they're always pointing forward. So, for example, if I am to do a split facing here, and one leg is out front like this, you wanna make sure the hips are not tilting off to the side, but both are still facing forward, okay? So I'm gonna do one facing this way. We're not timing it because I want you to feel the form first. So getting up here, maybe your split might look like this, okay? So from here, you wanna ensure one foot is, the toes are pointed up so that you're getting a stretch here. And at the back there, the toes are also curled. And then as you get comfortable in the position, you can inch your way down, inch your way down, inch your way down, inch your way down. And wherever it is that you feel that you need to stop, then you need to just stop, listen to your body, take a break and get back into it. But you just ease your way down until your body feels comfortable. I like to put my knee down first, which is another reason why you need to have comfort here. And even though I put down my knee, it's still, the thigh, so it's not directly on my knee. The thigh is kind of in position to take some of that pressure off of the knee as well. And then you inch down, you inch down, you inch down. And some of you are thinking, oh wow, magic. Wow, Chris, I still can't do that. Exactly, because it takes years, it takes a lot of time, a lot of practice. So I'm not gonna say to you, okay, after this few minutes of stretching, you're gonna get a split right away. Your body has to acclimatize to the actual position, to the form, to the exercises before you can actually go into a split. Listen to what I'm saying, listen to your body. You could become injured from these. So, we just did the first side. We're gonna do the opposite side. Same thing. you want to get into the split position because form again follows function. Heel is digging into the floor here, and you're just gonna wiggle your way down, keeping the hips pointing forward. Leg, knee, leg takes the weight, and you stretch down. And right away you start to feel, if you're not accustomed to these movements, you start to feel lots of stretch in the hamstrings, hip flexors, in the calves as well. Some of you might feel it in your stomach, you might feel it in your nose, but you know what? You'll get used to it, and then you soon won't be able to, you won't feel those things anymore. All right, so that's what you do as sides. All right, so I also wanted to show you from this actual angle so that you can see, especially the movement of the hips, that they're not rotating off to the side, they remain squared. So you get into the position here, and as I said before, you hold that position. If you can't go any lower than this, that's fine. But as you get more stretched out, you start to wiggle your body, start to come down a little bit slower and slower. Each time you do this exercise routine, you should get a little bit closer to the floor. It really has to do with consistency and discipline. All right, let me do it to the opposite side. Here we go. Up here in 3, 2, and 1. Going down.
Static.
Hover wherever it is that you feel is extra stiff. Get the leg down and split. All right. And that's how you do a split. So now that you have the proper form, we're gonna do the split as a drill, and we're doing it 30 seconds on each side. Let's go. So, left leg is forward first. You can do your right leg, it's really not structured, right? So in 3, ready, 2, get into the lowest split that you can get into. So it could be up here, it could be up here for you, that's fine. Just think about getting lower with every breath, especially on the exhale, all right? So, 3, 2, and 1, here we go. Holding for 30 seconds. All right, good job. Up next is the right leg for me, maybe your left leg for you. Either way, we're splitting. So here we go. Get into the lowest possible split that you can get into. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it.
Static.
Alright, that's a wrap. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Was this video helpful for you? Make sure you like, leave me a comment, share the video. If the video is helpful, don't be selfish, share the thing, alright? Subscribe for more content just like this. I'll see you next week.